Chicken here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this operations update, what it could mean, what it could bring, what if it brings like prototypes into operations, how that could screw some things up. But first, big shout out to Red. I want to show you guys Red and his bullet glitch. Also, Zmont did a video on this a few weeks ago, or last week or something. But yeah, this is hilarious. So the thing is, if you use bullet and you use shock knuckles and you smoke and shock bullet right at the second before he actually the shock knuckles animation starts. So watch Red do this right here. It actually takes a little bit of time for him to get it. I haven't been able to do it myself yet. It's kind of tricky, but if you guys are better with it, let me know your tips and tricks for that down below in the comments. But take a look at this. This is really funny. So there he goes. He gets bullet right as he's about to jump into that boom cannon. Then he flares him, and you see he's got him shocked right here. And then as the shock and the smoke expires, look at this. Bullet just sprints forward, and it looks hilarious. So Red actually did a video on this. I shared it in my community tab settings. So make sure you're subscribed so that you can see all those posts. I do try to show cool Boom Beach stuff in there whenever I do get the chance. So you see the Simul's ripping him apart here. He gets the shock going right there. And he's trying to time the shock with the smoke at the same time. He's actually going to have to throw shock on that Simul before it wrecks him. But, alright, so the smoke's about to go up, the shock's about to go up, and look at this. Bullet sprints away from everybody way to the end of the back of the base. Pretty funny stuff, but yeah, I'll try to do it in this video, but I won't be able to because that's just typically how it goes. So, we got no operation to start just yet. We're still a little sore on those flags, but that's fine. So, let's go ahead and let's dive on into... Oh, what do we got today? Let's dive into today's Dr. Terrence, guys. Okay, so let's go... Where do we have here? We don't have a Dr. Terrence today, so let's just dive into some player bases here and talk about this operations update. So, the problem, the main issue would be if they don't do anything other than bring the prototypes into the operation maps. That's what some people are concerned about, because, I mean, think of it this way, like... The problem is, in operations, the building health and the building damage is so ridiculously high that only boosted Zookas, they're the only viable troop option to use on any of these bases. Now, knowing that, if you go ahead and throw in, things like microwavers or are we gonna get this base chicken? Come on, one more shot, Zookas, and boom, Wolf goes down, back. But if you go ahead, if you just throw a bunch of microwavers around the cores that have shields on them, then those bases just become impossible, because you can't, like, you'd have to use, or like, not impossible, but you'd have to waste an entire attack just to get rid of the microwavers, where you wouldn't have had to do that before, because you're not gonna have enough gunboat energy to shock the microwavers and shock everything else that is surrounding the Zooka. So it just wouldn't, like. I don't think that's a fun way of changing operations, you know what I mean? Like, sure, it would be cool to see things like I think the Simul could go into ops, and it would be, sure, it would be annoying, but, I mean, it would be, it would at least make it a bit more of a challenge. Like, I do like the idea of changing the gameplay a little bit. It doesn't have to be too drastic, just like throwing microwavers into the mix on everything. I think that's, I don't know, I just feel like that makes it, it just makes it too hard for Zookas, and it doesn't change it for anything else. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go about doing that. If they are, in fact, going to bring in prototypes into these operations, which I think they kind of have to. Like, it would kind of make sense. Like, why have all these prototypes if they're not actually in the game? Completely. Come on, Zookas. Can we take this down, please? Brick, you're our last chance here. Oh my god, we somehow got it. We lost everybody. We lost all the Zookas, and we lost Brick. We're watching that one back. That was pretty crazy. It must have been a last-second shot from Brick there that actually took it down. But let's take a look at that one, guys. But yeah, so what else could they do? I think the easiest thing for them to do is just to bring in new bases and new maps, and like I feel like we were talking about the other day about getting a whole new, like, revamped style of operations with, like, a task force wars and things like that. I don't think that number one, I don't think that would be teased as such a small update as this was teased at. It's like, hey, we're making the changes to operations. I feel like they would have hyped that up a lot more, because that's something that everybody's been wanting for a very long time. So I don't think they would just throw it out like, oh yeah, by the way, here's Task Force Wars. You've been asked for 3 years, but here it is. So I feel like that's not going to happen. I really want to see who got the last shot in here. Was it Zukas or was it Brick? There's Brick's grenade. And what's the last shot there? I couldn't really tell. So whatever, we'll move on. It might have been Brick, it might have been one of the Zukas, but it was either one of the two. But yeah. Either way, it's good stuff. Either way, I'm excited to see what exactly it's going to be. And then I think we can, like, we've got to be almost at the point now where we're starting to look at HQ 23, right? Because we've had HQ 22 for how many, for how long? Like a pretty long time. And this is also interesting because Clash of Clans just introduced Town Hall 12. And the games kind of play off each other. That's why I mentioned this a little bit anyways. Not 100% of the time. But and the Town Hall 12 in Clash of Clans, it's actually a weapon. So it actually, when your troops get close enough to it, they a big Tesla pops out of the top of it and starts shooting all your troops. And I think that would be really interesting for Boom Beach. Especially if it was something like... especially if it was something like a Simo pops up out of the top of the HQ and starts like pecking away your guys through the smoke. I think that would be super interesting. What would be crazy would be a grappler. That would be probably the most annoying out of everything, though. Or maybe when you get HQ 23, you get to just select whatever prototype you want your HQ to act as. There's an interesting idea. It could be a grappler, it could be a doom cannon, it could be a shock blaster, it could be an extra mini shield. Maybe you get to pick what the prototype is, but it's a little bit weaker than the rest of them to make it sort of somewhat balanced. I think that would be interesting, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's go like this and like that. We'll get them all kind of clumped up right about there. Back. And now let's see if Brick is going to be a... Whoa. Where are you guys going here? Okay, so there's the flamethrower. That's okay. We have enough troop health to walk directly into flamethrowers, apparently. Then we'll go like this and like this. 1 and 2. Okay, so we got enough for battle orders and a flare. We got enough for battle orders, a flare, and an artillery. So let's go like this and let's go like that. And hopefully we can get lucky here, guys. Look at this. The no shock finish with the Zukas. Boom. Lankinator goes down. Back. So let's dive into one more base here. What else do we... This guy has all Iron Crab trophies, which is interesting. You don't typically see all those. Typically you see a little bit more of a mix of trophies, if you will. But let's dive into Salny over here. And this looks like a pretty easy one for Zukas. But yeah, interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of this operation stuff. Like I said, I feel like it's probably not going to be that big, but it should be interesting nonetheless. So let's go like this and like that. And we'll flare everybody directly right up into this one. And then we'll go something like 1 and 2. Back. And we'll get a brick on nice and early. I am going to hit that one mine and possibly peek on the other side, but I think that's going to be okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shock right here and right here as well. And then we're just gonna eat the rocket launcher damage and that one flame. Okay, we're just gonna fly right through that base, guys. But yeah, let's dive into one more base. I'm enjoying this map clear. It's going pretty well today. I guess it's 700 VP. I mean, you could just probably sneeze on the screen, and you're gonna get more bases than if you weren't playing. So, all right, this guy's got a shield. Let's go in the back. Actually, we can't really go in the back because I still only have the 2 gunboat energy statues. So. These all Zuka attacks are actually, I don't want to say they're hard, because they're not hard just yet, because we haven't gone against any hard bases, but they're definitely different. You're kind of forced to, just, oh man, that's going to be greasy. Can we get a nice clean line there right in front of that hot pot? That's going to be scary, chicken. That's going to be, okay. All right, well, see you later, Zukas. Okay, so... Let's just try to take this hot pot down. And we shocked it right there. And then let's throw a bunch of artilleries on it. So, I mean, at least we showed the hot pot who was boss. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to let me know what you think of the operation stuff down below in the comments, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Let me know all that in the comments below. And, yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out. Right back.